The Vancouver Police Department was over budget by over $10.7 million in the second quarter of the year, and it's expected to still be in the red by the end of 2024. According to a report presented to the Vancouver Police Board on September 19th, Deputy Chief Constable Steve Rye says that overspending was mostly due to overtime and replacing equipment costs, including replacing body armor. Rye attributes the overtime spent to policing protests related to the Israel-Hamas war, city staff asking the VPD with, quote, Hastings Street cleaning and backfilling vacancies. Rye says if officers weren't policing the Stanley Cup playoffs and weren't dealing with Israel-Hamas war protests, the overspending might be around $3.5 million compared to $10.7 million. Councillor Pete Fry says the police overtime and other equipment costs aren't up for dispute, but there might be a struggle to pay for it, as Mayor Ken Sim said in June he would cap property tax hikes next year.
My issue is fundamentally that the mayor, as the chair of the police board, would have been well aware of these overtime expenses, and in June had promised to cap our property tax increase this year at 5.5%. I think this is a salient piece of information that should have been shared at that time, because frankly, we're looking at probably a 1% increase on our property tax to cover this, if that's how it's going to be paid for.
We've reached out to Mayor Sim's office for comment. This overspending trend is projected to continue, and the VPD expects to finish the year over budget. In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.